Boston Celtics star Jaylen Brown trying to control his narrative. Good or bad? Let's dive in. You know, I always liked Jaylen Brown, and, I haven't been the most backing up person of Jayson Tatum, his teammate. And I've always said that Jaylen Brown has kind of been like the guy carrying the heavy load. But now, since Jayson Tatum is not there, I think he's getting the brunt of the attention because he is the star there, the one left until Jayson Tatum comes back. Which, as a side note, Jayson Tatum says that he believes that he definitely will be back this year, which is a positive for the Boston Celtics. But now, Jaylen Brown has been going through some stuff. I mean, I think we've all seen the criticism and poking fun he's gotten due towards whatever he's throwing in his, fade, his haircut that's dripping all over opponents when he's trying to body these guys up. So he's been going through that. And he's had issues before with Stephen A. Smith and, the whole sources drama. But now on Jaylen Brown's latest stream, because now he is a part-time streamer, he had to say this. He said he started streaming because now he feels like he could be candid. And he feels that the media is very lazy. He says he knows controversy is what sells. So anything or anytime something negative is being put out, that's what sells. That's what gets clicks and so on. And he believes that that's not actually journalism. And he feels covering himself that way, you don't always get the full story, which he wants to provide now on streams. I'm not going to knock him for this, but it's like, who really cares, man? Like, to me, this year, even though it's not really likely, you are with the Boston Celtics and you're trying to somehow win a championship. Why are you so focused on what everybody else thinks about you? I think that's the problem with this generation. Like, do you really give a fuck? And if you do, why do you? You are a professional athlete. You're going to get criticized. People are not going to always know the story. I mean, you look at Shaq and Kobe, like that whole beef, we all thought it was real, but Shaquille O'Neal was just a master marketer. And even Kobe said it at the last All-Star game they played together. So, who really cares? Stay focused. And I think he's kind of going down, I wouldn't say a bad road, but maybe the wrong road. Because if you look at athletes that stream, they get distracted. Look at Paul George in his same profession in the NBA. When he wanted to get refocused, he stopped streaming. And, I think he's got a pretty, good podcast going. So, and then in the NFL, you got Micah Parsons. While his last year in Dallas, that's all he was doing was podcasting, and they were struggling. And who knows, that could have really put a stamp on why he ended up getting traded, or one of the reasons he got traded. Because after he got traded to the Packers, he stopped podcasting, and he had a pretty good year. So my final thoughts is, if I'm Jaylen Brown, I don't give a fuck what people are thinking about me. I get paid millions of dollars to not really give a fuck. Address it in the off season and just stay focused during the season. Why do you really care that much? You're one of a chosen few that gets to make millions of dollars on a game, which everybody, including myself, is pretty envious of. But like always, drop a like, drop a comment with your opinion. Should Jaylen Brown really care what people think? And should he put it all in his stream? Make sure you subscribe to the channel. This is The Authentic Take. Until next time.